At first glance, this woman appears playful and a bit childish as she greets her boyfriend with an affectionate nickname. She radiates happiness. Her name is Ma Guang-suk. Without hesitation, she openly expresses her love for her fiancé right in front of her workplace, a post office. Her fiancé, Oh Jang-soo, arrives in a blue truck loaded with bottles of makgeolli, suggesting that he works in the liquor industry. He even brings some for Guang-suk's colleagues, adding to the cheerful atmosphere. Guang-suk playfully complains, "Why are you here so soon? I still have a long shift left." However, Jang-soo doesn't mind at all. Just then, one of her co-workers calls out to her, reminding her to get back to work so they can finish early. Smiling, she bids her fiancé a quick farewell and returns to her duties. Meanwhile, as Jang-soo unloads the goods he brought for Guang-suk's co-workers, a Honda pulls up near the post office. The person inside, dressed entirely in black, catches Jang-soo's attention. However, before he can observe any further, his phone rings, diverting his focus. Inside the post office, Guang-suk has barely resumed work when an unexpected crisis unfolds. The mysterious figure from the Honda steps inside, brandishing a weapon and ordering everyone to kneel. He demands money, sending waves of panic through the staff. Guang-suk freezes, unsure of what to do. Then, she remembers the emergency alarm positioned just a short distance away. She slowly begins to inch toward it, crouching low to avoid drawing attention. But the robber notices her movement immediately. "Don't move," he warns. Realizing the risk, she abandons her plan. Fear grips her, not just for her life but for her future. With her wedding only a week away, she doesn't want to take any chances. Even when her colleague urges her to press the alarm, pointing out that the thief is momentarily distracted in the vault room, she refuses. Her thoughts are consumed by one thing. She is already 40 years old, and she does not want to die unmarried. Her heart pounds as she glances out the window, and that's when she sees Jang-soo. He is carrying the last of his delivery and heading toward the entrance. Panic surges through her. Desperately, she waves her hands, signaling him to stay back. But Jang-soo, oblivious to the danger, simply smiles and continues walking forward. The moment the intruder secured the money, he unexpectedly held on to Guang-suk instead of leaving. Just then, Jang-soo stepped inside with confidence and firmly said, "Let her go right now." Guang-suk, feeling anxious, quickly turned to Jang-soo and pleaded, "Can you please not do anything?" She was worried that any sudden action might make the situation worse for both of them. Hoping to redirect the intruder's focus, Guang-suk quickly added, "He has nothing to do with this. Just let him go." However, Jang-soo had other ideas. Spotting a fire extinguisher nearby, he reached for it, determined to act. Seeing this, the intruder hurriedly moved Guang-suk aside and held onto his bag. Guang-suk's heart raced. Thinking quickly, she grabbed a card and pushed it toward him, causing a moment of distraction. At the same time, Jang-soo activated the fire extinguisher, aiming to stop the intruder. However, in the rush of the moment, the thick white spray accidentally covered Guang-suk instead. The sight was both surprising and unintentionally amusing. Despite the unexpected turn of events, their quick thinking helped resolve the situation. With the intruder momentarily disoriented, they managed to alert others and bring everything under control. In the end, Jang-soo stood tall, looking like a true hero. Guang-suk, still covered in white foam, let out a relieved sigh. It wasn't the kind of day she had expected, but at least they had handled it together. Afterward, Guang-suk and Jang-soo headed to their next destination, the bridal boutique, where she would try on wedding dresses. As they arrived at the entrance, Guang-suk's mother greeted them with a surprised expression. "Oh my, look at you two. You both look so messy," she exclaimed before turning to her daughter. "And your face is so round. Have you not been dieting before the wedding?" Guang-suk sighed as her mother continued, "At times like this, what matters most is SDM." "SDM?" Guang-suk repeated, confused. Her mother nodded. "Yes. Whatever that stands for, probably studio, dress, and makeup." Ignoring the comment, Wang Suk proceeded to try on the first wedding dress. To Jang Soo, she looked beautiful in every single one, his eyes filled with admiration. However, her mother was far from satisfied. "This won't do," she muttered. Then, as Gwang Suk tried on another gown, her mother instructed the boutique assistant to pull the dress tighter. The moment they did, Gwang Suk gasped, struggling to breathe. By the time she tried on the third dress, her mother finally looked pleased. "Now this is perfect," she said approvingly. "Go ahead, spin around so we can see it properly." Gwang Suk shook her head. "I can't. These heels are too high." "Nonsense, just try," her mother insisted. With a deep breath, Wang Suk attempted to turn, only to lose her balance and fall. Frustrated, she threw up her hands and groaned, "Maybe I just won't get married. This is way too much trouble."
The scene then shifts to a different character, completely unrelated to the previous ones. This man works at a brewery and appears to be a proud business owner, satisfied with his achievements. As he checks his phone, he notices a series of credit card notifications. His wife has been spending an outrageous amount of money. Without hesitation, he suspends the card. Meanwhile, his wife is out shopping when she realizes her card has been declined. Annoyed but unfazed, she pulls out cash to pay. Her daughter, Se-ri, who is shopping with her, glances up and asks, "Is Dad mad again?" Shortly after, the wife calls her husband, demanding an explanation. "Why did you freeze the card? What's with your bad temper lately?" Her husband remains calm. "I'm not angry. I'm just enforcing the rules. Rule number 1, daily spending should not exceed $500. His wife sighs and cuts in, "Rule number 2, exceptions are allowed on important days." "Exactly," he responds. "So, what's so special about today?" Lowering her voice, she reminds him, "I told you this morning, today is the anniversary of Bom's mother's passing." Bom's mother was the wife of Chairman Han. Seeing an opportunity, she continues, "This is my chance to gain favor with Chairman Han. You know we're positioning Se-ri as a potential daughter-in-law for their family. If she loses that chance because of your stinginess, wouldn't that be a disaster?"
Se-ri's mother and daughter finally arrive at Chairman Han's residence, where they are greeted by his daughter, Bom. As they exchange pleasantries, a sudden blast of loud piano music fills the house. Bom sighs and explains, "Father has been in his study all day, just listening to music." Curious, they make their way to Chairman Han's study to greet him. However, throughout the conversation, Chairman Han continuously makes pointed remarks toward Se-ri's mother, subtly mocking her. Winning his approval is clearly no easy task. Meanwhile, Wang Suk and Jang Soo are on the road, heading to meet Jang Soo's brothers. During the drive, they discuss his family background, revealing that Jang Soo has 4 younger brothers, each with impressive careers. The second brother, Chun Soo, is a team leader at a securities company. The third brother, Hung Soo, is the head choreographer for a famous idol group. The fourth brother, Bom Soo, cannot attend the gathering because he is currently studying at Stanford University, pursuing both a master's degree and a PhD. Soon, he will be appointed as a professor at Korea University. Lastly, the youngest brother, Kang Soo, is a member of the Navy SEALs. Gwang Suk is amazed by Jang Soo's dedication to raising his younger siblings so well. "You've done such an incredible job supporting them," she says with admiration. When they finally arrive, Jang Soo's 3 brothers are already waiting, eager to meet the woman who has captured their eldest brother's heart. As soon as they see Gwang Suk, they are taken aback, mesmerized by her beauty. Jang Soo's brothers curiously ask, "How did you two end up together?" Gwang Suk smiles as she begins telling their story. Every Wednesday at exactly 4 p.m., without fail, Jang Soo would go to the post office to send letters. Seeing this routine, I started paying attention to him. One day, I offered him some glue to help attach the stamps. That's when I noticed that every recipient's name on the envelopes ended with Soo. Curious, I asked, "Are you sending letters to your brothers? Don't you know how to use a computer?" Jang Soo simply smiled and replied, I write them by hand while praying for my brother's safety and well-being. They are far from home, and this is something that must come from the heart." Hearing this, Wang Suk was deeply moved. She thought, how can a man like him still exist in this world? One night, Jiang Su happened to see Guang Suk drinking alone. Later, as he was driving home, he spotted her again, stumbling along the sidewalk, clearly drunk, until she eventually tripped and fell. He immediately rushed to help her, and to his surprise, she suddenly started crying, saying she missed her father. The next day at work, Wang Suk, still feeling the effects of her drinking, found a special hangover relief drink on her desk, courtesy of Jiang Su. And that was the beginning of their relationship. Jiang Su's brothers, touched by the story, exchange looks and nod approvingly. "Wow," one of them finally says, "a relationship that started with handwritten letters and mockery. That's truly unique." The next scene shifts focus to the struggles faced by Jiang Su's brothers. Chen Su, once a financial expert, now finds himself overwhelmed. His child keeps requesting large amounts of money for school in the US, making it impossible for him to save. To make matters worse, the stock market fluctuations have trapped him in expensive investments. Hung Su tries to lighten the mood, cracking jokes to cheer him up. Meanwhile, Kang Su surprises everyone by contributing a small amount to Jiang Su's gift. The brothers laugh, teasing him, "Our youngest is the richest among us, yet he's still the most frugal." Later, as Jiang Su walks Guang Suk home, he opens up about his family. "Our mother passed away when we were young. My brothers grew up longing for motherly love." Guang Suk looks at him with warmth and replies, "As your sister-in-law, I will do my best to fill that void." The scene then shifts to Hung Su, who seems to be struggling. His once flawless choreography is losing its spark. Meanwhile, Kang Su is shown clutching his head in pain, though the cause remains unknown. And then, there's Bom Su. Just as he's receiving an award for his thesis, he unexpectedly appears carrying a baby. No one knows whose child it is, adding yet another mystery to their growing list of problems. Despite their successes, each of Jiang Su's brothers faces their own hidden battles, hinting at challenges that lie ahead. There is a moment during Guang Suk and Jiang Su's wedding ceremony in an open space, when suddenly, a thunderstorm strikes. The rain pours down heavily, and Guang Suk is seen crying. Unbeknownst to her, her wedding dress had been torn earlier when she bumped into Chairman Han in the elevator, before they even knew each other. This incident hints that Chairman Han might have some connection to Guang Suk's life. Additionally, it seems that Sayri's mother might also be tied to Jiang Su in some way. When she notices Jiang Su and his brothers entering the wedding venue, she quickly hides, further suggesting a hidden relationship. What all of this means will likely unfold in the next episode. In another scene, the brothers bring gifts for Guang Suk on their wedding night. When they arrive at Guang Suk's house, her mother sets a condition that they must break open a coconut shell to avoid bad luck. The first attempt by Jiang Su fails, but the second one succeeds. However, when the gifts are unwrapped, Wang Suk's mother is visibly disappointed with the contents. Despite that, Wang Suk is genuinely happy with the gifts. Her mother only offers a small, forced smile, hiding her displeasure without causing any harm. These moments highlight the complexities and expectations surrounding Wang Suk and Jiang Su's marriage, with family dynamics and old connections continuing to unfold. In conclusion, the story follows the evolving relationship between Wang Suk and Jiang Su as they navigate through various personal and family challenges. From their chance meeting and the unique bond they form over letters and shared experiences, to their wedding filled with unforeseen twists and family pressures, the narrative explores themes of love, sacrifice, and the complexities of family expectations. As they face obstacles, including societal pressures and personal struggles within Jiang Su's family, the couple's commitment to one another remains steadfast. The growing connections between Guang Suk, Jiang Su, and their families, along with the intriguing hints of past relationships, set the stage for future revelations. Ultimately, the story is a mix of romance, family dynamics, and the trials of life, with each character's path intertwining in surprising ways.